Hi, do you find yourself suffering from something that the fantasy community commonly refers to as PA? What is PA, you may ask? Well, of course, I'm talking about premature anticipation. PA is known to affect more than 106% of fantasy football players at this time of the year. If you're dealing with PA, you may be suffering from such symptoms as hives, whooping cough, swamp ass, trench foot. Maybe you've grown a third nipple. If this sounds like you, then you've come to the right place. This, my friend, is a safe space for those suffering with PA. Because in today's video of the Boardroom, we're going to talk about 5 more players that you can take advantage of 100% of the time on ESPN. Play number 1 we're going to talk about is the Baltimore wide receiver Rashad Bateman. With Bateman, this is a player that I don't typically love, but this is just blatant mispricing. On ESPN, he's going off the board at the end of round 14 versus paid leagues over on Underdog, he's going off the board in round 10. And Bateman has shown to be a boom and bust player in 2024. He had 5 games where he averaged 19.38 fantasy points per game. He also had 9 games where he averaged 4.72 fantasy points per game. This is a Baltimore team that's projected to score the second most points in the NFL in 2025 at over 27 points per game. And adding to the boom bust aspect of Rashad Bateman's game, he's finished each of the last 2 seasons in the top 12 for average depth of target at the wide receiver position. Bateman was also able to tap into his touchdown upside in 2024 as he scored 9 touchdowns through the air. And my take on Bateman is this is not a sexy pick, but in the mid to later rounds, in your redraft leagues, you should be drafting and aiming for ceiling outcomes. If you land one of Bateman's 5 wide receiver 2 weeks and that happens to line up with one of your starters' bye weeks, this is how you win fantasy leagues. Again, you should be drafting for ceiling outcomes, and you should be looking to maintain that ceiling when your starters are out. You also get the added benefit of being able to stack Bateman with a star quarterback in Lamar Jackson. Round 14 is just simply too late for Bateman to be going off the board. He should be going off the board in the middle of round 10 or early in round 11. Player number 2 we want to talk about is going to be the Denver running back rookie RJ Harvey. Harvey is a bit of a smaller back. He's only 5'8", and he's roughly weighing in at about 205, but he's a tough runner. 23% of his college carries went for more than 10 plus yards. And this is a perfect landing spot for RJ Harvey going to Denver at pick number 60 in the NFL draft. A Denver team that ranked second in PFF's offensive line grade headed into the 2025 season. And right now on ESPN, he's just completely underrated. Going off the board around pick 90 is disrespectful. His current underdog ADP is around pick 60. And yes, I know people are going to say that J.K. Dobbins is going to come to town and he's going to get some carries, but that's fine, man. We don't want this smaller rookie to have 100% of the carries. We also can't expect J.K. Dobbins to have 100% of the carries. In my opinion, J.K. is okay. Having him signed to the Denver team doesn't really affect Harvey's upside. My take on RJ Harvey is do not underestimate rookies in fantasy football. Harvey's going to a solid offense with a coaching staff that knows how to use a player of his caliber. I mean, look what Sean Payton did with Alvin Kamara when he was down in New Orleans. Things set up pretty nicely for Harvey. You have a solid O-line. You have a middle-of-the-pack schedule. Harvey's the type of player where you draft him, and maybe early in the season he's your flex, or maybe he's sitting on your bench for a couple of weeks. But by the end of the season, he's going to end up being a solid running back number 2. Player number 3 we're going to talk about is going to be the San Francisco wide receiver Ricky Pearsall. I never thought I'd have to say this about a player, but one of the positives for Pearsall headed into the 2025 season is he hasn't been shot yet. And if you're not familiar with his backstory, during last offseason, he was shot over a Rolex watch by a teenager. Pearsall saw 4+ receptions in 5 of his 8 games in 2024. And in those 5 games, he averaged 16.86 fantasy points per game. And man, is there plenty of uncertainty in this San Francisco wide receiver room. I mean, you got Brandon Ayuk coming off a major injury who may be back week 6, maybe week 8, something along those lines. You got Deebo Samuel making his way over to Washington. And you got Juwan Jennings in this non-contract injury ankle situation that he's got going on, which I expect him to be on the field earlier in the season. But that's going to open the door for Pearsall all the way through camp, all the way through the preseason. This schedule will be setting up nice for San Francisco as they have the easiest strength of schedule headed into the 2025 season. And I know y'all be messing with some half and half out there. What about half ADP? Overall on ESPN, he's going off the board at pick number 123. And on paid leagues, he's going off the board at around pick number 65. My take on Ricky Pearsall is the largest question in the San Francisco offense as it heads into the fantasy season for 2025 is who's going to be the Brandon Ayuk, who's going to be the Deebo Samuel for this wide receiver core? Is it Juwan? Is it Pearsall? Is it going to be Ayuk when he comes back? Demarcus Robinson? George Kittle? CMC? And I don't know what it is with this San Francisco team. I've had this like weird sixth sense, I see dead people style of play with this team over the years. And last year, before the preseason, I said that Jordan Mason was going to outscore CMC, and I don't know why, but I hit that one out of the park. This year, though, I think CMC's a league winner. I would take him every time at around pick 7, pick 10 range. And I see each one of these San Francisco wide receivers beating their current ADP over on ESPN. However, I don't think either of them wind up as a wide receiver 2 or a top 24 wide receiver in fantasy for the 2025 season. But at this ADP, over on ESPN, at pick number 123, you just select Pearsall 100% of the time and keep it moving. Player number 4 we're going to talk about is going to be Indianapolis Colts tight end, rookie, Tyler Warren. There's not much to say here with Warren other than talent wins. He was top 3 at his position in college in 2024 for yards per route run, forced missed tackles, and YAC, yards after catch. And in case you were wondering, yes, talent still wins. He had 104 receptions, 1,233 yards, and 8 touchdowns in 2024. And dude's a target monster. He had 32% target share at Penn State in 2024. This is another schedule that sets up pretty nicely. The Colts play the 12th easiest strength of schedule during the 2025 season. And much like Forrest Gump, he's going to run, Tyler, run. Dude scored 4 rushing touchdowns in 2024. My take on Tyler Warren is we've seen this play out over the last few seasons where the tight end position at the middle rounds is a cheat code for fantasy football. And over the last couple of seasons, that's primarily been the rookie tight end. I mean, we had Sam Laporta and we had the monster that is Brock Bowers. Is the next rookie tight end in that wave Tyler Warren? I don't know, but at this ADP, I'm willing to take a chance. This guy's an uber talent with red zone rushing upside, and I don't love the situation in Indy, but Warren could step in and demand a high target share. I mean, there's not a lot of, Randy Moss in this wide receiver room. He's kind of an easy selection. I mean, if you draft this guy and he just absolutely sucks through week 10, just drop him. But in the case that he doesn't absolutely suck, he could be a tight end 1. Over on ESPN right now, he's an early 12th round pick. He's going off the board after kickers and defenses. I mean, what the hell are we doing over on ESPN? And in round 12, just click the draft button on Warren. Don't make the mistake of passing this guy up. Do you believe in life after? Oh, shit. You guys caught me at a weird moment. Yeah, didn't expect anyone to still be here. But if you are still here, why not drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you like videos such as this one. Going to drop a few more of these as we head up to the NFL season. Also going to do a few more best ball drafts on the same channel. And then throughout the season, we're going to look at some plays over on DK for DFS throughout the NFL season. Appreciate you guys being here. Glad you made it this far. Hopefully my singing didn't make you leave because we have one more play left. Let's hop into play number 5. Play number 5 we're going to talk about is the Jacksonville Jaguars wide receiver, Travis Hunter. Are you guys familiar with Shohei Ohtani? And no, I don't mean like the housing market Shohei or the sports betting Shohei or the we need your translator to take a fall for you Shohei, but I'm referring to the Shohei that is a top 10 starting pitcher and a top 10 hitter in MLB. Well, you're kind of getting the same style of player with Travis Hunter. He's more of a Swiss Army knife, as he's going to play some wide receiver and cornerback in 2025. And I don't know if preseason is a reason, but Buddy played all the meaningful snaps in week 1 for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Another strength of schedule. This is the 6th easiest strength of schedule according to Sharp Football Analysis. If you're one of those guys that you like to sneak in the back door is wide open. Trevor Lawrence is someone we've already talked about on another video on this channel. And Buddy was Heisman level on both sides of the ball in 2024 in college. He had 1,250 receiving yards and 15 touchdowns while also being a shutdown corner at Colorado. And my take on Travis Hunter is you're probably seeing a theme in this video, draft rookies. And I'm not trying to show my age here, and yes, dinosaurs were freaking sick in person. But if Fred Durst can do it all for the Nookie, why can't Travis Hunter do it all as a rookie? He's probably going to play snaps at like wide receiver, cornerback, kick returner, punt returner. He might cook you a few meals for the team. I don't know, man, but he's going to play a lot, but he's going to play well. I do think we're going to see more of him at the wide receiver position, and I foresee that he plays something along the lines of 70% of offensive snaps. A lot of those are going to be out of the slot. And this team has already got an uber talented outside X receiver in Brian Thomas Jr. But going off the board at pick number 72, 73 overall on ESPN, this is a guy you should just be clicking draft on 100% of the time. That's going to do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys learned something. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did and you're still here, again, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to drop some more videos as we head into the NFL season. Appreciate you guys sticking with me all the way through, and we look forward to seeing you guys next time. Have a good weekend. See you.